And
Do you
the
think?
pilots also concurred.
Do you think that it had anything to do with substances? I mean, alcohol or whatever. Was there more than meets the eye in his character?
You see, when I heard his story, the first thing I said, how would somebody ask me to open my flask? I want to know what is inside. For somebody to put that question to me, then I must have misbehaved or shown that there's something. Again, if it's not that, the other one was okay. If you say this is your medication, or say it is a mixture you take to keep yourself warm, the other question they always ask is, can you please open and let us see, or take or sip it?
To make sure it's not alcohol.
Yes. So I am sure at the moment it was opened, maybe that was when the suspicion came up, and rather than maybe taste, like you said, throw away if it was going to be an issue, because the option before you is that you taste it, drink it fully, or you throw the content away.
Throw the content away, yes.
But what it did was it splashed it on the airline personnel, and it also touched the captain. So that point she left and went back to our cockpit, and the head of security of the airline, who was part of those beings, now said, well, this passenger has shown some unruly behavior. I would advise that we don't take this passenger.
Now, if it hadn't been a very known person, would they have been allowed to access all up to the point that when the captain wanted to take off, he had to duck his head? The wing would have clipped his head from the video we saw.
If he was not a well-known person, yes. If it was not somebody that must have shown that he is close to power that be, he wouldn't have even gotten to the tarmac. He wouldn't have gotten to the foot of the aircraft with that content and the flask. That's one point. Then the second one was at the point he was not allowed to board. Because there are two passengers, those who are boarding and those who are night boarding. If it was the night boarding, not because of the airline's fault, but because of unruly behavior, that's already an infraction that the airport security should have taken it away from the foot of the aircraft immediately. He had no business in that vicinity. If he now resists moving, then he should have been handcuffed and still taken out of that vicinity to the airport terminal and to the security department office for him to make for documentation and processing, which they eventually did after the aircraft took off in Abuja. They eventually did that, but that would have been done immediately. But he had no business. Seeing them pleading with him was giving him oxygen to misbehave.
Yes. Yes.
They had no business.
They were actually begging him.
Exactly.
Is Ed said somewhere, I don't know if you've clarified that Value Jet apologized to him and even offered him a private jet to take him to Lagos. Is there any iota of truth in that?
Well, I also saw it was a voice recording I saw of somebody who was narrating the conversation between him and the owner of Value Jet.
Yes.
There's a difference between the owner of Value Jet, the management of Value Jet, and the rules the rules and regulation of civil aviation is not under the tutelage of the owner of Value Jet. He also has to comply with the rules and regulations in civil aviation.
Yes.
So whatever conversation they had and discussion, that's between them. The rules of the civil aviation industry will be the one that will overrule it and also be implemented in this case, and the process has started.
Okay, now usually when things like this happen in other countries, is the equivalent of the fan or whatever that issue directives. But now the minister has said that he has told them to put him on a no-flying list. Between you and I, for us to be very, very professional, do you think the minister should have intervened directly? I'm not saying that it will not be brought to his notice, but do you think the minister should have intervened directly to the point of issuing a statement about no flying list, and even to add that any airline that carries him risk being what was the word now, Sheriff? any airline that carries him, risk at least to put it in a way, some kind of punishment. Do you think that the minister should have done, or he should have left the agencies? It is important that we strengthen these agencies and we protect their jobs. I don't know. Do you think that there was a need to refer to the minister?
Well, can I take you back to the recently announced refurbishment and upgrading of the Lagos airport?
Yes.
I hope you noticed all through all the defense and public statements was coming from the ministry.
Yes.
There was nothing from FAN itself. It was the minister that was defending from one TV station to another. All the public statement that we made concerning that airport project was from the minister. Again, on this, it could have made his comments literally that what as the chief executive of the agencies and one representing the federal government, that behavior was not acceptable and the rules and laws would apply. But I think that's what directive to the NCAA, which is supposed to be an autonomous and independent body. I think that is an area where I also do not agree. You shouldn't have used that word directive. You have said I have directed him to look into the issue and make appropriate laws. Again, the no-fly list is just like an advisory statement, because what the regulator will say is they've asked airlines to consider.
Oh, it's not a total ban.
No, it's left for the airline now. So if you not go,
why did the minister now say something to the effect that any airline that carries him will have his license withdrawn?
Did I see that part? I didn't know.
Yes, it was there.
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure about that part.
No, it was there. But he made it in remarks that they will have their license withdrawn.
The statement from the NCA was that airlines should consider. But the NCA has gone beyond that now. They have written to the Attorney General.
To the Attorney General, yes.
And the Attorney General, yes, to prosecute.
Okay, I hope that this will be the last we will hear of these things. There's enough blame all around. I believe that I don't know, there's still the investigations going on, but what I saw with the captain wanting to take off the way she did, I doubt her temperament for flying. I doubt her temperament. Certainly, I don't think I want to be on any flight that she's flying, because I'm not sure about her temperament if there's any form of danger. I don't think that's as a flying, as a passenger. My confidence level, is slightly eroded. Having somebody in annoyance, if the man hadn't docked and the second guy in brown hadn't docked, luckily we had the videos to see, we would have had two heads on the ground now.
the man in brown was you?
No, Wasu was in something like bait. I think the man in brown was his assistant.
No, that was the man in black. That was the man in black.
Oh, okay. Well, two people anyway.
Wasu was the one in brown.
What do you think will happen to the captain? Yes.
Well, two wrongs will not make it right. I think the captain should have been able to manage that situation. That's why it takes a lot of training and intelligence for you to get to that position. I think that should have better managed that situation. That was very risky. It was not only Wasu Kwam that was endangered. All the other staff and those type of people were all endangered by action. Right now, what we have seen is that the primary decision now is to suspend their license, but both the captain and the pilot. Also, the airline itself have taken them off duty in the meantime. Okay. So that's the primary one. Then on Wasu's side, he's been put on the no-fly list. And probably if the letter written to the Attorney General and Inspector General of Police, it's taken seriously, you expect that the process of prosecuting him will start according to the Constitution of Nigeria. So that's the state we're in now. But we need to do beyond that, which I agree with you.
Yes.
Something happened, and this is where Fan must tell us how was he able to cross.
Yes.
From cross through the terminal, through the scanning machine to get to the foot of the aircraft. Again, when he was deboarded, why was he not taken out of that vicinity immediately?
Yes.
And if he resists, why was he not forcefully taken out rather than delay and hold hostage both the aircraft and the passengers on board? I want to know why that was that delay, that the security group team could not take him out of the town because he had no business there anymore at the moment he was deported, and the doors were shut. If he resisted, they should have handcuffed him and taken him straight to the security officer at the airport there for him to make for documentation and necessary statement. Even oftentimes, it will be held down till that aircraft lands in the destination to confirm that he has nothing incriminating on board that aircraft.
Don't forget, he would have his baggage would have gone into the airline already if he had any.
Yes.
I had an experience like that before. I just had the feeling I didn't want to fly again. And I started drinking tea with the chief security officer until we got a phone call from Owerri that the plane had landed. There's something, something was twitching in my pocket, so I said, but I have to take a break. I have to take a break. They go have a cup of tea. I'll talk to you in another 5 minutes or so. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
The telenovelas of radio information.
More news.
More conversations.
More information.
More sports.
And more talk.
Nigerians station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
More talk, news and sports after this.
Hey, I beg, which app I go fit apply for quick loan and get disbursement as soon as possible?
Now, na Sufri. See, Sufri app dey easy to use, and to apply for the Sufri Nano Loan, it is simple and fast. Them not there for too much to read. You fit access from 5,000 naira up to 100,000 naira now. Just your name, phone number, and email. Sufri na the bank shop as well.
So, how I go take see the Sufri Nano Loan?
Sharply, go your Play Store or App Store to download the Sufri app. SOFROI. Create your account, put all your KYC information, then you go call apply for the Nano Loan, and you go receive them sharp. Meanwhile, to sabi more information, call 02-013-302-657 or send email to hello@sufri.com.
Sufri, borderless banking.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Imagine a day without communication. No calls to loved ones, no internet to connect us, no way to reach help in emergencies. This could be our reality if we allow the vandalization of telecoms infrastructure to continue. Every time a telecoms mast or fiber cable is vandalized, it disrupts the lives of millions of Nigerians and endangers everyone. It is not just metal and cables being destroyed. It is our future, our safety, our connection to the world. Standing against vandalization, keep Nigeria connected and safeguard our nation's progress. Dial 622 from any network or send an email to protect@ncc.gov.ng to report suspicious activities around telecommunications infrastructure. This message is brought to you by the Mobile Network Operators and Towercos in collaboration with the Nigerian Communications Commission.
What can you do in just 2 minutes? Brush your teeth, get dressed, or warm up your food. In 2 minutes, you can also buy your motor insurance with Leadway Assurance. No queues, no stress, just 2 minutes and you are set. Visit auto.leadway.com today. Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
No be party jollof this thing.
I beg, make nothing hungry you again today.
I am pregnant wife they follow talk so.
Neighbor, I beg.
Neighbor, just one spoon.
No wahala.
Chef, what be your secret?
Now, Mr. Chef Seasoning Powder. Mr. Chef Seasoning Powder gets spicy stew, goat meat, fried rice, and roasted beef from great aroma to great taste.
Elevate every meal with Mr. Chef Seasoning Powder. Chef.
Okay, sandwich, fruits, and water. The new 33cl Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Handy size for my little ones. No more half-finished bottles coming back home.
The new 33cl bottle. Big enough to refresh, small enough to finish. And thanks to our trusted 13-step quality process, every drop is refreshingly safe. Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Source of hydration you can trust.
Every day is about winning with OnePlay on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
One day now, one day. Walk no go rest day. Say you still fit go on holiday. Make you know they complain. Retire in grand style. Make it worth your while. Choose a partner that won't stress you out. Let's shape your future. Access ARM is working for you. Access ARM is investing for you. To live a life that you dream for you. We no go for your head.
Let's help you shape the future you deserve. Access ARM Pensions. Future shaping.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with a new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Golden penny pasta, what's your reason? What's your reason, oh? Everybody gather round. Come and hear the news in town. From the kitchen to my heart, every single body's a thrill. With every bowl I share, I find more reasons.
There are more reasons to love Golden Penny pasta, enriched with protein and fiber for you and your loved ones. Golden Penny pasta, great taste, good nutrition.
This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong. Finish strong.
Imagine a world without communication, a world without emergency calls, disconnected businesses, and unreachable families. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is the reality we face when telecommunications masts and fiber optic cables are vandalized. These telecommunications assets are the lifeline of our communities. They keep us connected, informed, and safe. Every act of vandalism is a blow to our businesses, our banks, our schools, our hospitals. Let's stand together. Let's protect our networks. Dial 622 from any network or send an email protect@ncc.gov.ng to report any suspicious activity around telecommunications infrastructure. Our connection, our responsibility. This message is brought to you by the Mobile Network Operators and Towercos in collaboration with Nigerian Communications Commission.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is The Voice Note on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It was why we sang and danced in the night, why we lit fires that burned through the night, why we chose a flag colored in freedom, for now we would be kings in this our kingdom. But our first head of state was Igbo, and the next, though a soldier, also Igbo. Then Angas ruled, followed by Hausa, and then came the turn of Yoruba. Then Hausa came back for a term cut short, when power was taken by an Hausa gunshot. Then Gwari claimed his turn to rule, but a mandate stolen was his downfall. Then Kanuri came, and it's quite probable that he'll still be ruling if not for that apple. Then Yoruba returned, not once, but twice. Then Hausa returned, but died in peace. Then they left us a while to worry and wonder. When it was over, Ijo had power, and after him came that titanic shift. And now we can see that Hausa is back, leaving me with this troublesome thought: where in all this is my own president? For where I was born is not where I'm from, and where I'm from is not my home. So when the tribes gather, I often wonder, who will I fight when you're both my brothers? Nobody asked when we were children, before we play, are you a Muslim? We shared a space that nobody claimed, but now you ask me to choose a side. When we were students, nobody asked if North and South could share a desk, if East and West could study together, but now you tell me that I'm a stranger. Stranger, yes, to these ways of thinking that tribe is everything. The Niger and Benue, they meet in my head.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and we're still talking about aviation, in particular the incident that involved Kwamwon and ValueJet. Olumide, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, finally, before I let you go, I'd like to, a quick one. There's been some, the new Lagos airport is going to be developed. That is good news to the heirs, because our current airport is far behind. Or even though some improvement has been made since Festus Keyamo became the minister, and we thank him for that. But there's a controversy on whether whether the government should rebuild the airport or it should be concessioned. I just want to know on what side of the divide you are. Advise us. What would have been better?
What you just say my opinion.
Yes, yeah. I mean, just your expert opinion. As far as I'm concerned, what is most important is for the airport to be built.
For me, what is most important, which I also agree with you, is that that airport is an eyesore. That airport has not met with the expectation of the aviation industry and a country like Nigeria. If countries like Togo, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire have transit hub within the airport there,
yes,
why can't we have a transit in our own airport in Nigeria? So any passenger coming in on any, let's take airplanes now, any passenger going beyond Nigeria would have to first come out.
Yes.
Come out through customs, immigration, come out with your baggage. Then you go back again and check in and pass through customs again. If you don't have a visa, then you'll be forced to pay extra money.
Yes.
Like the CEO of Airplane says that one of the passengers was supposed to pay for another $400 for visa on the transit. So would you expect that airline, that person to ever come back?
Yeah, okay, so we've agreed on the airport, but very quickly, what should it have been built? Should it be built by government or should it have been concessioned?
It depends on where you go, how the source of funding. If getting the funds from the government, if you listen to them, they said they got it from the subsidy renewed hope account.
Yes.
Again, there's no money that any public money belongs to Nigerians, not to individuals. So I am not happy that it not goes to the necessary approval. That's one. Again, I'm not happy that we were not made aware of the program of that project, what it entails. I mean, like the quantity, the number of activities that seems to be done in that project. It was later that Mr. Tai coming out to tell us we're supposed to have seen the project. This is the project engineer. This is the technical team. These are the actual team. These are the benefits that will accrue to Nigeria. This is the amount of passengers that will now be processed at this airport. This amount, this is the investment.
And these are the companies that are bidding for it.
And these are the companies exactly. But all this
because you can't get a cost. You can't get a cost if there's been no bidding and you haven't come. Yes,
these are the number of Nigerians that will be employed now. These are the number of Nigerians that will eventually be employed when all these information were needed and necessary to keep the public aware.
One of the things that makes one uncomfortable is because there's a belief in Nigeria that any project at all, no matter how small, even if the ministry wants to buy a typewriter, something has gone down. And this is not for you to make any comment about, but in recent times there have been allegations against the minister in some one or two places, which he has not addressed, buying a house somewhere in a corner piece in Mekwen and all these things. These little drops of water are what make the mighty ocean, that makes people believe that it would have been better if you concessioned it and the concessionaire would be the one to look for money. And that's it. But I will let you go because you've had a cold. You have a cold. I hope that in another 2 weeks we'll be able to come together, sit down, and review all these things again. So go and take care of yourself.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. You see, but you cannot tell the public that we want to spend 712 billion naira and you expect everyone to take it hook, line, and sinker.
No.
Prepared the mind of the public.
I have my reservations to the point that what the points that I have, I can't even make it public. Sheriff will throw me out of this place.
We want a new airport. That airport deserves to be brought down
it's a disaster.
And put together all through again.
Well, a quick one though. A quick one. Sorry, I'm running against time. A quick one.
Integrity and transparency.
A quick one. Wouldn't it have been better? I'm just asking innocently and in all. Wouldn't it have been better to build a new airport from scratch?
That's what they're looking at now because they are bringing
build a new airport from scratch at a different location.
Well, if you're saying it's a different location, they're not going to use Mr. Mohammed. They have to go and look for another land completely from somewhere else.
Why not?
The master plan of the airport has the terminal placed there. It's not complying with the master plan. That is not complying with the past master plan. Is what is costing us 712 billion because they're going to make some repairs now based on errors made in the past. If you look at that project now, they are moving those hangars away from where that are close to the new terminal. And those hangars are not supposed to be there in the first place. So you're going to move those hangars, you're going to pay compensation, then you now extend the same terminal we just collected about $500 million loan from the Chinese from about 8 or 10 years ago.
Okay.
We're not going to start paying, we're not going to extend that terminal now, do some repairs on it, and then spend some money.
Okay.
You know, so errors have been made in the past because we did not follow the master plan. So I will support that we follow the master plan, build on it, and but you see, you cannot ask people to just come and clap when you hear someone have $12 billion. You would have taken us through the process, the benefit. Who are those going to work on it?
That is not our style. That is not our style.
But most critically for me right now,
yes.
it's not even about building it. What happens after 22 months? Because if we finish building, we must begin to look at options of managing. Are we going to keep it with FAN, as FAN is today structured? Are we going to concession? Or are we going to get reputable airport management companies to take over and manage that airport? Those are the things I want
to do. Well, I think if the current minister is still the minister, he might want to handle it himself. That's a joke. Thank you very much, Olumide. Thank you very much, Olumide. Okay. Well, that was Olumide Wayo, and I'm sorry I had to race him through all that. You know, time is never a friend. It's I think we have just about 10 minutes more thereabout, and our lines are buzzing already, so I don't need to read out the lines. Let me just pick the next call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Dr. Ladipo calling from Orilegum.
Yes.
It will surprise you that the owner of Virgin Atlantic,
yes,
he was on queue.
He was
to on queue.
Yes.
From one, he was number 20.
Yes.
And he was not doing it for picture. He was not doing it for video. He was on queue, following the rules.
Mm.
Let it be in Nigeria here. Ordinary a friend of the aviation minister will not want to join this.
Okay, thank you. Yes, go on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'd like to give an example. In 1983, I was a PR consultant to what was then British Caledonian, which I think has transformed somewhat to Nigeria Airways. 1983, the marketing manager then was one Mr. Boye, and we had an event. I think it was Miss Universe or whatever with Ben Bruce, all of us. We had an event, and we were waiting for the chairman of British Cal. We were waiting for him. We were there to receive him. I think he came in for a meeting, and he was one of the last passengers to come out. He sat in economy. So later, the next day, when we were a bit more relaxed, I remember asking the head of the corporate comms, wasn't called, I think it was PR, head of PR then, and he said that for as long as there's a fee-paying passenger, even the chairman wouldn't fly first class or whatever, as long as there's a fee-paying manager. I don't know of any Nigerian chairman of any of our airlines that would do the same. They would downgrade one passenger because of him. We have the wrong notion about a lot of things. This was as far back, I will never forget, as far back as 83, either 83 or 84. Then, you know, we don't have, we have this, anyway, there's no point flogging a dead horse. Let me go to the next one. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, Uncle Sheriff, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to your guests here.
There's no guests there.
Okay. Uncle Jimmy, one thing I want to talk about is that, you see, this error, it keep repeating in the same manner. Where a process whereby someone want to travel or someone come to airport to, want to travel, and you hear the same complaint between the traveler and the aviation or the person that is in charge that is working at the airport. You see, then they start fighting and quarreling. The same thing keep repeating itself. You know, Shomole case, the same thing. Even this one that you are even still correcting, and the same thing. So how we just, if the president or anyone, let me say the minister, he should just issue out a note
Okay, your 1 minute is up. Please, we'll move to the next caller, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello, JD.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for that analysis by your guest.
Yes.
You see, Uncle Jerry, this issue was, let us call it what it is. It is a hostage situation. It was a hostage situation. One put the lives of a lot of passengers on the line. But unfortunately, these are the monsters who have bred in this country. This is what we have tolerated. These are people who believe that for one reason, because they are close to the corridors of power, they now have this impunity. They can behave the way they like. And I must also not only blame Kwam, I also blame the aviation or the airport authorities because there was an administrative and security breach.
Yes.
Having sensed that this man was behaving in an unusual manner, that was what attracted them to that flask ab initio. While he was trying to open it, he now spilled the contents, whether deliberately or unintentionally. That was now the right to deboard him. Knowing Kwam for who he is, he's not the kind of person that will comply with them, but they wanted to move him out of that place. At what point were they supposed to bring in airport security to take him out of that place, rather than allow him now cross over to the point where he tried to stop a moving plane?
Okay.
We're discussing this because
okay, we are just about repeating what Olumide has said. I'd like to read part of the minister's statement. He said, in the circumstance, I have also, and this is written in capital letters, he says, I have also directed the NCAA to place Kwam on a no-fly list pending further and full investigations, just like the captain and pilot. The release also from the minister's office says all airlines, both domestic and international, should immediately, all these are in capital letters, be informed of this directive, and anyone who flouts this directive risks withdrawal of their operating license. I think we should do things the way things should be done. And I think that our ministers and whatever, they need to let our professional bodies, we need to give them that authority. In fact, it should have been, let's even assume that maybe it was a minister that, because he looked as if he was trying to call somebody with authority. Even if he had called the minister should have told him, my belief that, I'm sorry, it's none of my business, I can't interfere. These little things are vital. Let those we give the jobs, let them have the authority to do the job. And things like this usually are some of the things that erode the confidence that this agency have. That's why it was able to do what it was supposed to do. If the people were sure of their job, they were dead sure of their job, a lot of the things that he did would not have happened. And so this idea of the minister saying, I have directed. The agencies that said that you've put a competent person there as the MD, let him do his job. Oh, Jerry, Sheriff, can I take one more call? Sure. Nigeria is a very funny... hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. Go on.
Sir, my name is I'm calling from Aviation.
Yes.
For me, I born in 1985. For me, no system for Nigeria is working. We keep just talking. I know say this talk, if I don't do these things, it will not make you to get this work that you are doing. I right. Because look at the look at the common we're supposed to do first.
I don't get I don't. What did he say he did in 85? He said he was born in 85. Oh, I say okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We can't hear the person. Let's make a last try. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Jimmy.
Quickly, round up.
Okay, Eniola is my name.
Yes.
Right. I think the time, it's always a pleasure listening to Rotimi, actually. I think the time we spent on this topic is good because some people are taught that we deal in the mundane and the guy is not that important, we should be spending time. But the issue is what you had pointed out, which is to the effect that if we do every little thing, properly, we will arrive at a destination that will be good for the nation.
Yes.
Now, don't be oblivious of the fact also that those gentlemen who couldn't stop him at the terminal.
Yes.
They didn't do so, not because they didn't know their job, but because they were afraid that if Wasiu called anybody
Yes.
authority,
Yes.
they could lose their jobs.
Yes.
So that is why they probably did stop him at the terminal, before he proceeded to the aircraft itself. And those guys were also reluctant in dealing with him in accordance with the law by inviting the security personnel to take him out, because they know that the average Nigerian policeman or law enforcement would not do it because that is Wasiu.
Yes.
So we should put all of this in context.
Okay, thank
before
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I mean, to support what he said, two sons of a prominent Nigerian were caught, handling money handling money. Two children of a prominent Nigerian were caught right there with the video and everything, handling money against the law, and nothing happened to them. Nobody could say anything. In fact, I think there was one policeman who was amongst them. I will let me go and see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. By the way, we are going to have a new arrangement that will come on board on Wednesday for our program. So you do want to miss this Wednesday when we announce the new program, which would the new format, which would even involve you. Okay, so we don't want to miss Wednesday's edition, because then we'll be launching. We are going to what is the thing that they do? The launch is commission. No, not unveiling. Every time I say the first one you do first will be that week. When you finish, we'll be flagging. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3